Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm dancing my head back and forth, side to side. But no, seriously.
This is incredible. I'm getting it.
You getting what?
A stock.
What stock?
And don't forget to join the Discord, guys. Patreon.com/ShadesandTrades. Jason Miller here. Shades, I bought at 11, sold at 18, made 40K. Joaquin Martinez made 100K selling AITX. Keep it in mind, this doesn't align with Shades' strategy, but I follow Shades pretty tight and have made a lot of money with him. You made me money in RXRX. This was recently as well, 3 days ago. My Shades portfolio is the only one moving nicely today, which again, 3 days ago, which I thought that was funny that he has literally a portfolio and he calls it the Shades portfolio. That's interesting. I never would. Someone's going to make a Shades inverse ETF and just short every time I buy, I guess. Anyways, the stock market, we've been going back and forth here because Trump is going back and forth. And the market hates uncertainty, so we've been going sideways. We've been here before. We went sideways. Let's go to Kulr stock because this video is about Kulr stock. But it is important to note what the market itself is doing. The market itself it's going sideways. You guys remember? Look at that. We were just going sideways here. This is all of January. We just went sideways and we dumped lower. Now we're going sideways here yet again. It's kind of a rinse and repeat of last time, right? We hit a low here of $2, came back, retested it, and then on the third time we went lower. Here's the first test, pumped. Second test, a weaker move because here we moved to $2. Here we only moved to the purple line. We barely touched it. We only moved to 140. So it's a much weaker move here. This bounce was bigger than this one. So if history is going to repeat itself, we would expect downside. We would expect it to come down and then break lower, which is why I'm being greedy. I want it lower. I want it to come down nice and cheap, under $1. I'm being greedy to the downside. I want it even cheaper. I can wait. So we'll see what the market does more than anything. It's not really about what Trump says. It's about how the market reacts. That more than anything. And the market today it reacted by gapping up a little bit and selling off. And I took my profits too because I saw that and I'm like, oh well, there's no point in buying anything. There's no point. Let's just wait and see where things are going to go next. The next tweet could send it. This is going to be the next 4 years or longer, which is fine by me because he's becoming predictable. There's going to be patterns with Trump. He's going to say something and then he's going to take it back. And once you catch on to his patterns, we'll know like, oh, okay. So he says this, but really it's time to buy. And then when he says the opposite, it's actually time to sell. Like we'll start to figure out his patterns. This is kind of one of those things where you kind of have to adapt to this new market and the way it moves. And it moves based off of one person. So that's fine by me. It makes my life easier. Like just wait for Trump to say something and it's either going to be a Trump dump or a Trump pump. Either way, if you just want to make it easier for yourself, just buy. Any dip, just start accumulating. Just keep buying. So that's it. That's all I got to say with regards to the stock market as a whole. Again, we're going to be affected, but the company itself, Kulr itself, I'm going to check something right now that I haven't checked in a while. Have there been any insider buys? I don't think so. I think we would have seen probably a pump, right? Insider trading. But yeah, we're going sideways. We would expect the third test, if it happens, a breakdown lower, since that happened last time. That would also coincide with Trump saying something that causes markets to react by going lower. That's at least what I'm thinking. And we do have the Kulr CEO speaking at, isn't there going to be a Bitcoin conference, I believe? Energy management platforms, Bitcoin treasuries. Yeah. So, isn't it? Wait, did we pump today? Because of let me look at Bitcoin because I know they have a lot of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, you can see, what has Bitcoin been doing here? It's just going sideways. Like when you look since February, it's just been going sideways. Like we're not going lower, but we're not really going higher. We're just kind of, it's just sideways. So the best thing you can do is just buy cheap. So Bitcoin's going sideways. Does that mean Kulr's just going to continue to go sideways here? The only time Kulr moves to the upside is on those catalysts. We got that catalyst here that sent it. I think we're going to get another one in the future. So either position yourself now or wait for me to give you the buy signal, which again, I'm waiting for it to drop under $1. Let me look at the insider trading. I am curious about that insider trading, see what's been going on there. Probably the most bullish thing that could happen is one of the insiders loading up. Amount of insiders selling, sheesh, they sold. When's the last time they bought in? 150K bought Q3 of 2023. Then nothing but selling? Is that what I'm seeing here? Is this old? Is this 6/6 2024, 6/4? Where's the... Okay, so yeah, nothing's been happening with insiders. I thought we would maybe find something juicy. I've been keeping an eye to see who's buying the dip, like keep an eye on insiders and who's buying the dip on their stocks. Because if they think, if the CEO of a company thinks their stock is cheap, if they think it's at a massive enough discount, they'll jump in and buy themselves. That's a good thing. I'm just looking at the total revenue here: 1.2, 2.4, 3.99, 9.83, 10.74. Let me look at the quarterly: 3.37. Q1. So Q1 always tends to be weak. 1.76, 1.75. So are we going to get a smaller number here? I would expect this next quarter for I hope we get over 2 million, and I just stay at that 1.7 million range here, because that would be the third year where Q1 is just stuck there at the 1.7 range. So hopefully that changes. I mean, we should see revenue growing for those for Q1. So we're waiting for what, Q1 2025. And remember, this earnings that we got recently, it pumped 20%. Again, the market was tanking at the time, so it was just gonna sell off like it did today. That's get used to that. Get used to that, by the way. Because of the uncertainty, people are just gonna, if things pop 10-20%, people are just gonna dump it. They're just gonna dump it. They're just gonna, because they don't, like, they just want to take the profit and get out. You know, I made my money, I'm running with it, right? And it makes sense if you think about that. That's, why wouldn't you? Until we go into the next bull run, don't expect big moves, in my opinion. That hold, so that we can continue. Like this pattern back here, this was the end of the bull run for the stock market as a whole. That was the last hurrah, and in that last hurrah, you can see it just kept going. It just kept going. The hype was, the euphoria was insane. So until we go into a bull run, we're not going to see this kind of action. We're just going to see, our pumps on catalyst, but they're going to immediately get sold off. Yeah, this happened here as well. I think there was a catalyst here, if I recall. So we pumped and sold off. Pumped, sold off. So I just want you to take note of that. If you're new, take note of the fact that every time we get a pump in a bear market, it's always just gets sold off. Do not expect this kind of move anytime soon until we turn things around and go into a bull market. We'll go into a bull market. I'll let you know when we go into a bull market. It's very easy to know. Let me just show you how you can tell. This is how I knew it was time to be cautious. Okay, so the MACD down here, right? Settings 12.26.4. The white line crossed under the yellow line. That means bear market. This happened back in 2022. And look at that big red candle. White line crossed under the yellow one. And we just tanked for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months after that cross under. So when it crossed over, we just pumped for almost 2 years, right? So that's your signal. When the Nvidia crossover happens, when the white line goes over that yellow line, write this down. This is like the easiest way to be able to tell when you're out of a bear market and in a bull run. When it crosses over, you're in a bull run. it's gonna be a whole nother game. If you're making money right now in this bear market, pat yourself on the back. You have no idea how many people blow up at this point. If you're making profit, you're already doing better than most, believe it or not. Especially with this kind of volatility. So the crossover happened here, and yeah. So we just 1, 2, 3. We just kept going. We just kept going higher and higher. And these are the cycles. We get nice and cheap, and then we run big. Nice and cheap, run big, and so on and so forth. So if you want to take advantage of these longer term cycles, that's why I invented I shouldn't say invented, but that's why I have a 200 WMA weighted moving average on my chart on the daily. Anytime it goes to that line, it's at a massive discount from highs, and you just accumulate it down here, and then you sell on the way up. It's really that simple. Could not be more simple, honestly. And that's all I have to say. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I want to hear what you guys think. I am curious. What's going through your mind right now? Are you waiting for cheaper? Are you just accumulating and just, you know, just put the money in and don't think about it? Come back to it when the bull run comes around. You know, what's going on? Because right now I'm waiting, and I can wait. You guys know I can wait. I waited months for it to come down this cheap. I thought $2 was a discount. This is even better. All right, guys. I will see you in the next one.